What's going on, guys? My name is ATF Cobra, and today I have some tips and tricks for you guys on how to enhance your aiming abilities in Battlefield 3. Now, in Battlefield 3 and in most first-person shooters, one of the most difficult things to actually do is to actually aim down sights or kill your target quick enough or on time. Even though it is a medium-paced game, it's not slow, it's not too fast, it's at the right speed, I think, for most players. Sometimes some people do suffer or aren't able to get that reaction time speed that they need to, and either if they're infantry or tanks, or being able to react in a well amount of time to be able to take out your enemy. So today I wanted to share some tips and tricks that I use to actually help me react faster on the battlefield, which makes and can help you guys improve your gaming experience as well. Number one thing I have to let you guys know is that not everybody's reaction speed is going to be quick, and not everybody's just gonna get better over time. Some people, it's just where it's at because that's how they really play. So if you're not good, or if you don't think you're gonna be able to, even with these tips, your best bet is probably outsmarting your enemy. But if you think and you are able to practice it enough, or if you want me to show you guys how to actually increase your reaction speed, if you do also have time, you can add me on a PC, and I'll definitely show you some tips. But sharing these tips with you on YouTube as well is also another way I wanted to show you. I tell you, but it's better to show you if you guys really want me to show you exactly what I do in each and one of my games. Be sure to add me, send me a message, and we'll go out and practice a couple of games, as well as with my clan practices. But the first thing that I actually do, and actually think is very vital is actually sensitivity. Sensitivity plays a very important role in actually being able to be quick on the battlefield, because if you're able to snap to players or snap to targets, or actually change your view, change your peripherals on the fly, and be able to do it smoothly without actually having to think about it, and be very actual, second nature to you, that's when you become able to maximize your ability to aim down sight quickly, and to be able to kill or actually take on targets quickly, or even spot things quickly, or spot enemy soldiers quickly. Being able just to aim, because when you're on the battlefield, when you're being mobile, if you could just flip your wrist, if you're on PC, if you could flip your wrist and automatically aim to something, you're not actually you're not as slow as most players would be, or you're not in that moment where you're just stuck on something, because every time you have to constantly switch and adjust your aim, you're slowing yourself down just a lot, too much actually. And if you guys do notice that you have to adjust yourself every time you aim, or just every time you're off, then you definitely know that you're not in the right, and you need to fix something. And that thing, most of the time, it's going to be your sensitivity. Now, I recommend for most sensitivities not going with something too fast and not going with something too slow, because you got to get that medium pace. You can't be too fast because you don't want to actually aim past your target, and you can't be too slow because you don't want to be behind your target. You want to be exactly even a little bit ahead, but not too far, and not too much onto your target, because some maps do have lag, and you have to compensate for lag as well. But for the most part, Battlefield is a fluid game. It feels great, feels fun compared to other shooters, so it's not something that you have to really compensate too much for. But if you are lagging, if you do notice that your shots are going off target, be sure to adjust and compensate for that, because that mostly might be lag. Now, if you're also wondering other ways to improve your reaction time on a battlefield, is actually being able to square your enemy up and straf at the same time. Like, if you're off target with your enemy and you don't think you're going to be able to aim on him or get your crosshairs over to him quick enough, if you strap your body and align it with your enemy, you're going to actually be able to get a shot off, or even hit fire off onto your enemy, and then start aiming down sight, and that's going to actually allow you to take on your target a little bit faster as well. Now, these tips, they actually work, and you guys have to practice them. You have to go into team deathmatch, or you have to go into a game and really practice them, because that's the only way you're going to get better at them, and that's the only way you're going to understand them. Like, for instance, being able to snap to your enemy just by actually strafing, or strafing, as they would say, is very easy. all you have to do is just align yourself with your target exactly where he's going, and try to hit fire first before you actually go for that aim down sight. Because most of the time, you know, if you're using a maybe an assault rifle or a carbine, you're going to get a pretty fast reaction time. But if you're using light machine guns or even a sniper rifles, your reaction time for aiming down sight is pretty slow. It's going to be a little bit slower than your enemy if he's using, you know, something like a carbine or an assault rifle. Now, for the actual way to take advantage, and the best way to take advantage of you know, aiming down sights faster, is to play in a lot of maps that are really close range. Play more close range maps and smaller maps, because it's going to increase your twitch skill. You know, even though there's not too much twitching or, you know, snapping to your enemy in, you know, a lot of these games, it's more about precision and aiming. So you have to think of it that way. You can't really think of it as, you know, just automatically snapping onto your enemy. You have to be precise and be sure that your cursors are landing in the right spots. And of course, going for headshots is your best bet in every single map or every single game that you play in against your enemy, because you're more likely gonna get that kill. But other people really do suggest that you aim for sensor mass. But sensor mass, you know, for most of these weapons that aren't maximizing, that don't have, you know, high damage, you're going to take less amount of time to kill your enemy. So you want to be the first one to actually get the kill. If you're playing on an infantry team deathmatch, KD should be your last priority. I mean, it should be on top, but it shouldn't be, you know, really too high, because if you're dying a lot, you're gonna cost your team the game. But if you're actually, you know, alive and able to, you know, take advantage of your enemy and you know, actually kill him over and over again and not lose, you know, easy gunfights, then you're definitely putting yourself at an advantage. But anyways, for the most part, you know, increasing your ADS or your aim down sight and being able to aim at your enemy is all about, you know, just knowing and being able to be smooth with your actual aiming. You know, if you're comfortable at your at the sensitivity that you're at right now, don't bother changing it. Just leave it exactly where it's at. But if you think it needs improvement, if you need just a little bit more speed, then add to it. If you think you need to slow it down a little bit because you might be just too fast with your aiming, you know, bring it down a notch. But, you know, overall, it's mostly on aiming. And also, it's, you know, second nature. If you see something you know, that looks like an enemy on the map and you're trying to focus yourself on it, and it might be too late and he might actually kill you because you're actually hesitating. Now, the first, you know, thing you're gonna think is, you know, it's pretty strange if you're not actually double checking if your target's friendly or foe. But most of the games that you do play are actually gonna be with team kill, which is gonna be off. So even if you do shoot your teammates, he's not gonna die, he's not gonna take damage. But if you're playing more competitive games, then team kill will be on. So watch yourself, and even in hardcore. But yeah, those are my tips for you guys overall, and actually improving your aim down sights, improving your ability to actually enhance aiming in Battlefield 3. Hopefully you guys did enjoy these tips and tricks. This has been your boy ATF Cobra. Peace.